On the northeastern coast of Italy is one of the most unique cities in the world. With the buildings sitting directly in the ocean, this maze of tiny walking passages, bridges, and canals manages to feel like it hasn't changed all that much in the last 1,000 years. You've probably heard me say I'm not usually as into city stuff, but this one does have some can't-miss things. The Grand Canal is the main waterway winding through the city, with the Rialto Bridge the main attraction on it. And to fully achieve quintessential Venice, you gotta go for a gondola ride through it. This was our top priority. How to rent one could be its own whole video, as there's different pickup spots, costs more at night, cash only, etc. But suffice to say, it's definitely one tourist thing I'd say is worth doing. The gondoliers and gondolas have regulations around making sure they're all wearing the striped shirts, and the paint is black and sleek enough. Big fan of the boats, they're awesome. It's a great way to see another angle of the city. And of course, it's hard to think of something more romantic. Unfortunately, the weather was pretty crappy while we were there, but somehow the water falling from the sky almost felt on theme with the city. It's hard to describe because I've been to plenty of places that are quote-unquote, on the water, on a beach or whatever, but this is nothing like that. This place is in the water. With high tides or rainfall, parts of the sidewalk just become submerged, and there's very little actual earth anywhere, dirt. It's just man-made 1,000-year-old stones and the water. It looks flooded even when it's not. And I know you can't see it well in the video, but looking across from one island to another, the far buildings just look too low, like there should be some barrier between them and the waterline, or they should slope up onto a hill or something, and there just isn't. This city is going to have trouble with climate change. Some of the other major landmarks here are St. Mark's Basilica and the palace and piazza surrounding it. We opted to go inside the cathedral to check it out, as I had heard this one differentiates itself by basically covering everything in gold, and that was true. It was kind of dark in there for the GoPro, but you can see the mosaics. I also like when they let us go up in the towers, or in this case, basically out on the roof to look around. We happen to walk through the market area too, and I really enjoy seeing all the fresh stuff. Not that I could do anything with any of it, but it's still beautiful. I can just hope that I ate some of it at dinner when I ordered seafood. Some really nice veggies too, actually. Getting around in general is a pretty mixed bag. On the one hand, it's not that big a place. You can walk from the train station clear across the city to the tourist stuff in 30 minutes. I figured I'd get a hotel in the middle and be 15 minutes max to everything, but pro tip, carrying suitcases up and down bridges is not fun, and there's a lot of bridges, so beware. Otherwise, there's ferries going up and down the main canal if you can stand the crowds, and we took a water taxi to the airport on our way out, and that's another pretty neat thing about Venice, a boat direct to the airport. Overall, I'm glad we went. This is not a copy-paste city, and it has unique things, but it is very geared towards tourism. This was the end of September, and it was still crowded. We had real trouble getting into restaurants, for example, so don't underestimate that, and I would say don't go in the summer if you want to be able to move around. On the other hand, if you fall in the canal, you'd probably mind it a lot less in the heat, so up to you. Thanks for watching, subscribe if you want, and be sure to check out the next video from this Italy trip.
There we go. It's the ambulance and the hospital. Soon to have happen.